Hey everybody, Bam here again. Today I'm just showing you a little bit of my opinion on the new pistols in the game for the Dragon's Teeth DLC, starting today with the Unica 6, the new revolver, one of the two skill cannons that were added. Let's get into some gameplay here. Now, this entire thing I was playing some TDM just to get a gauge of what this thing could actually do. So, overall, I think this gun's an okay gun. It's not one of my favorites. In close, it's pretty accurate as long as you can line up a shot. You don't really have to line up in close quarters. That's very true. Range, it can do its job if you can get the first shot to land. You shouldn't, like I just did there, that was me testing how accurate it is if you go trigger happy with it and just start spraying. And as you can see, it's not all that accurate. And that one I lined up the shot a little bit, fired, got a hit, and then I tried to do a twitch fire, which is something I specialized with the 44, and that didn't work. So I learned mostly with these with the two new pistols is that you really don't want to be moving around when you're firing it, because if you're moving around, it's just going to cost you accuracy and like a lot. But overall, this gun's okay stat-wise. From the battle log page, damage is rated at a 65 out of 100. Accuracy is a 12 out of 100, which really is abysmal. Hip fire, it's pretty good. It actually beats the Desert Eagle for hip fire with a rating of 48, and range is at 18. So it's actually stronger than the Desert Eagle 44 in two fronts, in accuracy and hip fire, which I'll get into in the next review, because the next review is going to be on the Desert Eagle. But back to this one. Fire rate is pretty good. I've noticed there's a few twitches and glitches with this thing where if you actually fire it full auto, the recoil can't keep up with your firing. Like that one, you can see I fired all those shots and it only showed me recoiling like 2 or 3 times. It's a good gun overall, I would say, but I wouldn't say, like, out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7, maybe. An optimistic 7, I should say. I tested its hip fire. Its hip fire is decent, but you have to be in close for the hip fire to be of any use to you. If you actually take time to line up your shots, you can actually get some good shots downrange, which is what skill cannons are known for. But I really don't have a good way of making this gun look good. I mean, it actually looks good. It's got a good sound to it, but firing a 357, it's a lot weaker for a skill cannon. You have to compensate for the damage drop and the bullet drop a lot more. As you can see here with the hip fire, I had to fire all 6 shots to hit him twice on hip fire, and that was inside 5 meters. I would say it's probably just about as good, maybe slightly lower in terms of a favorite. The only thing that would take it down, it's slightly less than a favorite from like the SW40 or the MP412. I think the MP412 is probably worse because it's probably better, actually. Let me say that. It's actually probably better because of the lower fire rate. But yeah, here you have to get really lucky going rapid fire. I get actually 4 hits on the same target all at once. Yeah, the Unica 6, it's an okay pistol, but definitely in the lower tier for the skill cannons. And next up, we're gonna show a few other. I'm gonna have a few other reviews coming up shortly on all the other DLC weapons that have come out.